Hi guys, it's Krista here, and I'm back with 10 tips, 10 days about startups. This is round 2 of the 10 tips, 10 day challenge. The first one I did about networking, so if you missed that, go back in my profile and search for 10 tips, 10 days, and you'll see that all those 10 tips because your network is your net worth. But now we're moving on to my real specialty, which is startups. And if you've been following this round, you'll know that we've already found the ideal business idea for you. We've built a board of trustees to help you out. We've done some amazing marketing research and competitive analysis, and we've written up a real business plan. So you should be good to go by now, right? What is the next step? Tip number 5. I bet that you're going to think that this is about financing and funding. And I'm here to tell you an unpopular opinion is that I don't believe in funding. Now, this is not a black and white situation. There are definitely some situations that require funding. If you were an engineer with a patented technology and you needed to build a prototype and this prototype was horrifically expensive, then you may consider different types of funding to make it happen. But I am such a proponent of bootstrapping. I don't want you to launch yourself into the fire before you have tested out your business idea because it is so easy to fail. And not only that, but fail and take yourself down with money as well. So don't quit your day job right yet. I truly believe that taking some time for your business to bootstrap it will give you a whole new level of perspective into your business idea. So I see too many people get funding easily and then waste it all and just go out of business anyway. If it's not your own money, you don't take it the same as if it's your own money. And there is an old saying in business, don't use your own money for your business. But I actually don't want you to do that either. What I want you to do is I want you to be really realistic about how much money you need to live on and figure out how does that tie back into the hours that I need to spend on my new business idea. So before you become a full-fledged entrepreneur, many of you will just need to be employees for a while and do this as a side hustle to prove that it works. And other of you have no job right now, so you're like, I have nothing to lose, let me start this. If someone else is paying the bills, your partner or your parents or I don't know who you have in your life, a guardian angel, then maybe you can just dedicate yourself fully to this endeavor. But no matter what, first and foremost, we just want to make sure you have enough living expenses realistically. And so however you have to get those living expenses, I don't care. It's up to you. But make sure that that's taken care of. Whether it's your full-time job, a side hustle that you take on just so that you have money, or a sponsor, like I said, maybe someone else pays your bills. And then we can figure out how much time you can dedicate to this new business. So first take care of your bills. Then let's get back to this business. And this new business of yours, you're going to have to fit it into your life dependent on if you need to work or not. So during this time that you're trying to start your business, you may have to keep a full-time job. I did not quit my job until I reached a certain income threshold in my new business. And I highly recommend being careful about that. And you have to test the waters to see if your business idea is viable. Just because you think it is does not at all mean that other people think it is. So I would recommend this bootstrapping period. That's going to be my tip number 5 to you, is set up a trial period that could be anywhere from 3 months to a year, where it takes you to really make income with this new business. And one of the things you can do to get started is not only have your board of advisors giving you advice on your strategy, which is in your business plan, by the way. You have a marketing and sales strategy in your business plan. But also, how can you bootstrap it? Maybe you can't afford the most expensive funnel software or something. So What else can you do? So these are in your operating costs, these are in your startup costs, and then you figure out, okay, what can I do with this? And maybe you will use some of your savings, but most importantly, I want you to figure out how to be creative and use all the free resources available to you. For example, you should be beta testing your product idea. So why don't you go to Facebook and go into some of the groups where your target audience is and ask for volunteers and say, I'm willing to give you a free product or service in exchange for you participating in this survey at the end or giving me feedback. And people do that all the time. So test your idea, try to really make sure it works, and then try to sell it and see if people buy it. I hear all the time entrepreneurs complaining that the reason that their business didn't succeed was lack of funding. And I actually think that that's a lame excuse for not having a very good business idea and not knowing how to execute on it. So prove to me that first you can make money with it, and then maybe you're ready to scale. Maybe you'll want to go and apply for funding, but then you'll have the proof that you can show the VC or the angel and say, look, I've already made all these sales all by myself. So that's the hard truth of entrepreneurship. It is not elegant or fancy by all means. You'll have to hustle. And if you need to work at the same time, that means you're going to have to figure out your time management. You're going to figure out how much time can I dedicate to my business. You may have to make sales calls during your lunch break. You may have to write a marketing copy before work. You may have to code your website at night. I've done it all. So that's just the reality, and it will mean so much more to you because you put in your own time and money than if you went out and just said, oh, I'm waiting to get an investor. No, do the work and prove to me that you're willing to work hard for your business and you can perfection it before you even take it to market, really, because you're doing all this beta testing. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for tip number 6 for startups tomorrow.